Hello everybody, my name is Amradorn and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. We are not in the Sapphire Peaks today. I've been finding out that playing in a world that is set up with large biomes is a little bit more difficult than I had originally planned. The hills and mountains that my starter house is set up is actually pretty cool. I really like it. But it's so far away from a lot of resources that I need that it's really difficult to build in. I'm not giving up on it. I have simply decided to take a break from it. And in the meantime, we're going to build in this world. So there's the seed for the world. I will post that in the description below. We are in snapshot 1.13 pre-release 5. And we're using the default biomes this time instead of large biomes. As you can see, we've got some hills nearby, we've got some birchwood, some oak. I've done a little bit of exploring. Not too far from here is a spruce forest. And I've gathered up some starting resources so I can build a bed and get going a little bit here. So I think I'm going to build the starter house here on this little peninsula in this bay. It looks like this opens up out into the ocean. There's an ocean over here nearby. We've got some decent resources in wood. There are some chickens and cows and sheep nearby. Overall, it's a pretty good starting area. So, like I said, I'm not giving up on the Sapphire Peaks. I'll probably do some building off camera over there to kind of see what I can do to make it so I can get back and forth to some of the other biomes a little bit easier over there. And in the meantime, we will be here. So, I'm going to go through and clean off a bunch of trees from this peninsula. Gather up a bunch of resources so that we can start our starter house. And I think we're going to put it right here. So I'm going to do that and come back in a few minutes. It's already getting dark because I've been kind of exploring and talking, and so once I get that all done, I'll come back and see you in a few minutes. Welcome back, folks. So I've got this peninsula cleared off. I've gathered up a bunch of resources, and we're going to start building our starter house for this new world. I think we're going to put it facing this direction. Put the front of the house about here. I think we kind of want to go for a kind of a cabin feel. We're going to use spruce as the framing, and then oak as the walls, and we're just gonna kind of make a cabin. We'll raise it up a little bit, put some cobblestone underneath of it, and just, you know, and we'll face these mountains over here. We'll put some trees and stuff around it afterwards. We'll get a garden going, and that'll be our starter house. Alright, so that 1, 2, 3. So I think I'm going to go with 5 in between each. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So put our log there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll be the front of our house. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. So we got a log, 5 spaces, log, 5 spaces, log. So from here to here should be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. So this will be the porch right here. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. So this is how we've got our house framed out. We'll have the main part of the house will just be this area here, and then we'll have our porch here. Oh, like I said, all of it raised up, and so we kind of get this cabin feel. Might have to go get some more stone. Yep, definitely have to go get some more stone. Alright, it's getting nighttime, so I'm going to sleep, and I'll go get some stone and finish building the starter house. I think I'm going to go ahead and get it done, and then when we come back, I'll show you what it looks like, and be back in a few minutes. So folks, here we are back. I have the starter house finished. As you can see, it's a fairly simple cabin. We got a deck here. Come inside. It's divided into 2 rooms. We've got a little room here that we're going to use as basically kitchen, some workroom, storage. I do have the fire tick turned off on this world, just like I do with most of my worlds, to make it easy to kind of move around. Got a bedroom in here. The fireplace works for both sides. I do have a ladder going up into the attic, if I can actually climb the ladder. So we have a little attic up here. Yeah, I went ahead and did the fireplace up here for light. Then we had to do a bunch of torch spam. The roof is so we've got the end of here, the A-frame end on the main part of the house, and then we've got a slope going up to connect for the porch. I think it works. I'm not sure I really like the oak sticking out here on the sides. May end up changing that at some point. I'm not really sure. Out here, I think we're going to have a bit of a garden coming off to a dock, and put in a couple of trees. We've got a nice fenced in porch bench here, so we can kind of watch out and see things. This is what it looks like underneath for the deck roof. Using the new bark blocks. Once I get some silk touch, or we can get some leaves, we'll maybe put in some potted plants along here. But so far it looks pretty good. I'm thinking maybe putting a kind of a wheat field here. Up a little bit on this hill, we'll put a barn and get us some animals. There is a tunnel down here, which we will probably make into, put a little top on it so that it looks like it's a storm cellar or a root cellar on the outside of the house. It goes down, and then we could put our storage in here. We could dig this out for storage, maybe lead down to a mine. Whoops. We also have a mine over there that we're working on. You can see some torches over there. That's where I went and found some iron, and got most of the cobblestone for the foundation and the fireplace and stuff. I'm actually thinking about having this beach kind of go off in this direction and putting a little pond right here. Just so I've got, something that's a little off. There's another tunnel down in here, but it goes out under the water, and it has, sand above it, so I'm not sure how stable it is. So I'll probably end up just filling this in. I might go down and explore it a little bit first, but this will probably end up getting filled in. Most likely it connects to the other cave system that's over here. Got our fireplace. I haven't done a whole lot in the way of decorating yet. Probably won't put any paintings or anything in here, but it would be nice to get some colored wool to do some carpeting. Maybe put up some bookshelves once we find some leather, and there's fish out there. We do have kelp nearby. Yeah, so we'll put us a dock over here, and so we have a place to put a boat. Looks like we might see turtles over there. Let's kind of explore a little bit here before we call it a day. Yep, there's a turtle. Hello, Mr. Turtle. There's several of them over here. Pretty good sized kelp going on. And this leads right out into the ocean. Some more sheep over there. Starting to get dark. And there's icebergs way over there. So I'm going to do a little bit more resource gathering, plant a few trees, and kind of work on putting together a starter farm so that we've got some wheat growing. And once I get that done, I will be right back. There's our starter house. Back in a few minutes. All right, we're back. I've put in a little path here leading up to the front of the house. As you can see, I've planted some trees, so hopefully we'll get those growing here a little bit. Coming around to the path, we have a kind of a garden it's mostly wheat right now. If we can find a village, then we'll switch some of this over to whatever we can get out of the village. And then we have this little hut here that leads down into what will be the mine and eventually storage. There's already a little bit of iron down here. One of my garden spots is put some water down here, which will be kind of might be useful later. But it allows us to get up and down pretty easily. So I know this video is a little bit shorter than I would normally do, but I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here for today. We've got a pretty good start. Got the house, got a garden, we've got some decent areas to explore. We've got a couple of mines going. I think probably off camera I'll work on getting some livestock moved over and maybe gather up the resources for the barn, which we are going to put up here on this hill. We'll level this off, clean out the trees a bit, and put our barn up there. There is some of that we needed. Looks like there's another cave entrance down here. There's a drowned. Really dislike those guys. Next episode, I think we will work on preparing for where we're going to put the barn. And until then, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please hit the like button. And if you would like to see more, hit the subscribe button. And until next time, I'm Amradorn, and thank you. Goodbye.